Hello and welcome to the last portion of running records using slides 22, 23, and welcome to my kitchen as we do this together. So right now we're going to be talking about benchmark books. It's a set of materials that you have that they're leveled by a progression of levels that use running records to monitor reading progress. There are quite a few of them out there, but depending upon where you work, the school district, uh, the school itself, possibly, it will mandate which systems that you use to progress monitoring. The one that I've used in the past is the PM benchmarks. This particular one that I'm showing you right here is an older version. It does have fiction and nonfiction, but it's a bit outdated. So there's one thing to think about these systems are what are some of the limitations of the benchmark system that you're using. The one that I have down here in the bottom right hand side corner part is the developmental reading assessment, the DRA. That's one of the newer kits, and in a couple minutes we're going to switch lenses and you're going to see an older version that I've used in the past. However, one of my absolute favorites is the benchmark assessment system by Fontes and Pinnell. This particular system has a balance of fiction and nonfiction books, better than the ones that I've seen in any of the other benchmark books that I've used in the past. It does have the recording forms with it, and it also has wonderful questions that go along with it, along with the retelling piece, as any benchmark running record system will have. However, these questions are a little bit more rigorous and other systems that I have yet to see. So let me switch over and show you an older version of a DRA. Let me click right here. There you go. Hey folks, there we go. So this is from, let me turn right here and show you the Developmental Reading System, 1997. Told you it's a little long ago. It's a while ago. So this particular story is 3.2, the third grade, the middle of third grade and on. But I want to show you, it's called Be Nice to Josephine. It's a realistic fiction story. However, when we think about the limitations, this is what I want you to think about. Here are, oops, sorry, am I making you dizzy? The illustrations, they're not real photographs, they're illustrations. So that's, I feel, it's a drawback in the realistic fiction story. It does have a recording sheet where you can make notations. It's asking you for specific information. I don't know if you can see that as well. And it does ask the students to do a retelling and ask them to read out loud up to a certain point and then finish reading silently, depending upon the level that of the book it is. So the DRA kit, this is an outdated one that I have, and I just wanted to show you that limitation. A while ago, our district, we used Treasures, the reading program, and along with it came the benchmarks with the Macmillan Reading Series. So I want to show you another limitation. This is grades 2.2 or level M if you're using F and P levels. This is Caterpillars, a nonfiction text. However, it is all in black and white. The text is not does not have colored photos. However, it's better than DRA because it does give you that nonfiction text that the DRA didn't. This one is the realistic fiction from the same series from Treasures that we used, Email Joy. Again, it is realistic fiction for this one. And take a look at the illustrations. So it makes it look like it is fictional versus realistic fiction where you have real pictures. What I did like about this system is that you do get the script, the running record, so you can just code the text right there instead of using a blank sheet of paper. And on the back, it does ask you some more information. It has a retelling rubric, comprehension questions, and then you do the error rate and the self-correction rate, just like any other system. And then it also has any other observable reading behaviors. Every system has their own script that they use, but and then you can take the best of both or many that you like to also notate. So that are just two that I've used in the past, but also thinking about some of the limitations. Let me go back to the PowerPoint. All right, here we go. Once you have, let me move myself over and up a little bit. Okay, once you have finished administering your running records, benchmarks that is. This is something that I've done with my school when I used to be in a school as full-time reading specialist. I gave our teachers this ABC chart, if you will. So if you take a look up here, this is grade 2 KLM. This is using the Fountas and Pinnell grading system. So we know that K, L, and M are for second grade. K, the beginning of second grade, L, the middle, and M at the end of second grade. So then what we do is wherever the child has performed on that benchmark book, we write their names on the grid or on this ABC chart so you can see who is meeting benchmark, who is on benchmark, and who has exceeded benchmark. This way you, at a glance, you can see a class or a whole grade level, and then you can proceed forward to see what your next steps would be. So I do love using this ABC chart. It just makes it visually to see where students are falling out. But then you can also add additional notes on there versus like the accuracy or comprehension score so you can dig deeper. So this is just at a glance. And another thing that we used to do in our building, my building, is we regrouped using our Fountas and Pinnell data from the benchmark assessment system. Here you see two of my second grade teachers. Another one is not pictured right here because she's off to the side. And what we did is we created our benchmark folders, or F&P folders as we call them. And as you can see here, there are the lettering systems that the students may fall into, and then we write the students' names on sticky notes and we mark them down. And then what we do is we have any outliers, the teachers will trade students because we wanted to make tighter reading groups based on where their benchmarks are. Now they don't stay in these reading groups forever. They're very fluid, they're very flexible. Once we see that students are progressing, they definitely move up levels within the classroom or within the grade level. Same thing goes with if students are remaining stagnant, we may take a look and see what's going on, administer another progress monitoring running record, and then that may mean movement to another reading group or another classroom. So it's really important that once you've administered a running record, it's what do you do with that data? It just doesn't sit on your desk. You have to use it in order to move forward, but more importantly, to move the student forward. So this is the end of our running record lectures. Thanks, folks. Hope you've enjoyed being in my kitchen. Bye.